Assassination Classroom, Season 1, Episode 10. Samantha. Oh.
Sexy guy. It's a miracle.
Oh, I thought I was watching the dub for a second. Everyday chit chat. Oh, sexy guy. She's just like me for real. This is a sensitive one. It's tough. Try the Korean consonants if you're a native English speaker. Those are tough. That's actually pretty cool though. This is cool. Confront it. That sends a mixed message to me as a student in this classroom, though she's already been punishing Nagisa that way. Hey, sexy guy, don't run from your weaknesses, but confront them and embrace them, or whatever it was she said. I mean, last episode we confronted the problem of not being real, so anything is on the table. Episode 10, L&R time. Okay, maybe it's not just an aside or a little throwaway intro. Credit to her for actually doing her best and boobs. Yeah, she is his type though. He's also your colleague and your friend, and you will love him. You will all love him and you will cry. You will all cry one day. I don't know, she gotta do that all by herself. Oh, this is too real. What? Is this a student? Is this another transfer student? What language is this supposed to be? Alright. I love it. I love it.
What I'm saying.
Yes. So you know him. Let's call that a win for the original Japanese subtitled version. It wouldn't have been nearly as glorious in the English dub. That flat, uncaring way he said those lines. Of course he did. Most anime accurate Shanghai. I lived there for like a year and a half. Who cares? She cares. But she's turned out to be a great teacher. Oh no, he went and said it. Right. This goes real deep. This also somehow turned into a teaching assignment. It's for your benefit. I guess he had nothing to do. I guess his schedule is pretty free. He can just participate in the school game. I think you are the one that will be shown. You will be shown a new perspective. I was just thinking today about how it's not always obvious or easy to get the right parameters for the evaluation. A lot of times the assessment of what's going on and how you rank in something starts in the middle without taking into account what the proper starting and ending points are for evaluation. The thought exercise that occurred to me earlier had to do with money, where let's say you realize one day that you're terrible at managing your own personal finances. And so you make it a goal to put away some money every month. And let's say over the course of 10 years, you've managed to invest $100,000 into stocks. But unfortunately, due to fluctuations in the stock market, your total investment of $100,000 is whittled down to $50,000. And the question is, what is your return? How well did you do? I'm guessing that the answer that would spring most easily to mind is your return is minus 50%. And that's correct in a sense, right, for that evaluation of your stock performance specifically. But another way to look at that is your return is $50,000, positive $50,000, because you went from having nothing and being terrible at saving to having saved $50,000. So it's a win. It's a huge win. If you include in your assessment the origin, how does that relate to Irina? Well, like, why is the goal or the benchmark being a great assassin? The goal is almost surely something beyond that, for which she thinks being the assassin is the best and most direct path to. But there's no actual assassin instinct. That's sort of arbitrary. I'm not going to try to pin down exactly what that scale is, but like it's probably something like a feeling of great satisfaction and positive direction in one's life that is probably very tightly wound up with one's potential and what one feels one's potential is through the algorithm of one's natural disposition and base skills, etc. So that could be assassination in her case, or it could be assassination for a certain period of time while she's learning things. But that doesn't have to be the final assessment either. Actually, I feel this is the kind of thing that I hear a lot when people are trying to explain to me why there's no hope for them and why their whole life is a failure. It's on a very specific benchmark of assessment that as an outsider can seem a little bit arbitrary. Like, oh, I'll never become a professional athlete. The end. You know, it ends up feeling overly bleak and too narrow focused. People will lament not having been able to complete their dreams yet. And it's like, who cares? Either keep going with it and make it happen or make a new one. Like, I don't know. Make a new dream. There's plenty to choose from. It's not over yet. I would be shocked if there were no disruptions. Yeah, my dude is stressed. What are you up to now? He had a point, Boris, or whatever his name was. Once she kind of lays her cards out the table, it becomes obvious and ineffective. It got me in the episode that she was introduced in with the little car scam thing. But after that, it was just so obvious. We gotta help her. She just fell down. That's rude. I would help her. Oh right, it was a trick. I knew that. Then they both have a lot to learn. That sounds lethal. There's a motivation though, to work hard at it. You want that chance, don't you? That's a long second. That's a lot. A whole second? I don't even believe it. That's a death sentence. Subtle. Okay, not really impressive so far. Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. You're fired. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not even a gun. Okay, at least he knows. We're here for the kids, though. When the teacher teaches the teacher. It's definitely possible. Yeah, I mean, like, her assassination attempts are pretty one-dimensional. So you're saying I need to get more naked, show more skin? I think you take a different tack here. Not the seduction thing. Nah, she's trying something different. Or she's not trying something different. She's doing exactly the same thing she always does. Oh, we're bartering. This is sad. I feel sorry for you. Maybe there's a layer to this. I'm holding out hope there's more to this than I'm seeing. Right. Blast through your challenges or whatever. Mostly challenges. Right, like she's a lot more going on than just assassination. Okay, there was more to it. Why does it sound like Prodigy? That one student who asked Koro-sensei to drink her poison. Oh, he just relented. That doesn't feel good. That's not satisfying.
生徒たちがそれを見て挑戦を学べば一人一人の暗殺者としてのレベルの向上
Wait, this is a murky message though, right? This is not...
彼女はここに必要なのです
Am I crazy or is that very unsatisfying? For her, I mean, I don't want a mercy win. Like, imagine your friend makes $10 million and you're like, can I have $1 million? And he gives it to you. You just feel so sick with yourself. Can you just let me have a win for doing nothing that deserves a win? I think if we're trying to base things on merit here, this is not something to encourage the students with, even though her efforts and her adaptability are laudable. I think it even runs counter to what he just said about how, at the end of the day, the best assassin is the one who does the job. Nobody would really let her just stab them. Maybe.
もちろんです先生
For God's sakes, put some clothes on.
ビッチ先生は僕ら E 組の英語教師だ
Okay, we're admiring her spirit and her ability to try new things. Let's look at this positively. Okay, that explains it, yeah. That was a death sentence, with no other things thrown in.
ソニック忍者
Oh, this movie! Yeah. We saw the trailer on our classmate. Best movie ever.
ホルモ君がヒーローものとは意外ですね
監督が好きでさ、アメコミ原作手掛けるのは珍しいから。
Nerd.
お邪魔してます
リツなんで僕の携帯に入ってんの
The singularity has begun.
円滑にするため全員の携帯に
I did not approve of that, but alright. I mean, if you do all this, you probably already can see the movie. See is in quotations.
カルマ君軽い気持ち
This is amazing. I didn't think this would ever happen.
としてとんでもないことして
You're about to get your faces ripped off.
ゆっくり加速しますから
Hold on to your classmate. Yeah. No surprise that Karma, the kid who jumped off that cliff, is not alarmed.
風も音もあんまり来ないね先生
Oh, is he creating some kind of barrier?
先生の頭で弾かれてる
He's not the most aerodynamic thing, is he?
その一つ大羅端子現象について
Oh, wow. That's a teaching opportunity. And you're a captive audience.
カルマさん
Well, you're always a captive audience as a student, but
今やれても、俺らまでマッハで太平洋にドボンだよ。
surprised you care.
コロ先生の思うツボだ。おとなしく授業を受けるしかないよ。
You could sacrifice yourselves to save the world, but, you know.
おまあこのように大羅端子現象は最新の防弾チョッキにも応用され
I've had a lot of great teachers in my life, but none of them have ever given me a free trip to Hawaii.
うわ、寒い。
ハワイの室内はとにかく冷房が効いています
Oh yeah, this problem of very warm countries always being cold inside.
ここアメリカだから日本語字幕ないんだよね
Hopefully you studied your L's and
大
R's.
丈夫ですよ
It's an action movie, you'll get the gist. Good practice.
先生の触手を耳に
What?
習っていない単語が出たら解説しますあとは頑張って
He's too kind. He's just too nice. This is too much.
はい
Let them suffer a little bit. Yeah, this is not really conducive to wanting to assassinate him, is it? Oh yeah, we get more of this movie. Hell yeah.
悩みながら世界を救う
No, I want to hear the English.
目当てはヒロインか
Fine. We get it. She looks like Lara Croft.
You're saying that you would kill me, even if you knew who I really was?
My brother?
This acting is A+. S tier. Suck it, dub. What does the dub do for this? Wait, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this dub real quick.
Kill me if you must. But first, behold my true identity.
It's not a whole lot better. There was a little more effort made. Yeah, I prefer the original. I like it dry. Real dry. That's some Resident Evil level acting right there.
ラスボスがヒロインの兄だったのはベタベタかな。
What did you expect from Sonic Ninja?
ハリウッド映画1000本を分析して完結編の展開を予測
Turn it off.
冷めてるな二人とも
Yeah, it's okay to appreciate it. There you go, he gets it. Not everything has to be a tribute to your intelligence. Had to be a catch. Besides the chemistry lesson.
宿題出るんだ
Oh, you didn't get a free trip? Yeah, right, I agree. And the popcorn, and soda, and translation services.
コロ先生はお二人の体に負担をかけない
Yeah, it shouldn't take 5 hours for him.
払っていました
That's only half the time it takes for a plane.
先生の命が視界から遠のいていく気がするよ
Interesting.
先生も行きますかこの後三村君の家で数学の補習の約束
And of course it is private tutoring. Oh, it's Kahlua. And we have actual ninjas? It really does look like Kahlua. Complete with the brainwashing. It's gotta be a Kahlua tribute.
あの月の落とし前をつけに行こうか。
What has the moon done for us lately? Nothing. It's still there. Come on, crybabies.